What's up, y'all? It's your host, Sensei. I came back again with another episode. I'd like to say thank y'all for clicking on this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We have a great episode. I'm not here, my co-host, but I'm here with
PeRdiCt.
Hi, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
That's good. That's good. Are you surprised that you weren't raptured up in the air?
No, bro. Watch out. We're not doing this already, bro.
If you are able to watch this video, that means you were left behind. This is the
That's not what that means. I rebuke it. Stop playing with me, bro.
Oh my god, this is our I think third rapture. I think I've seen 3 specific raptures in my life. This is the third one. The one that I remember the most fondly was 2012
That
because
was the only one I remember. They made a movie about it too. That's why I knew it was bad.
And you know what's crazy? I genuinely thought, dude, you know the feeling, but it's like, I might be wrong. Even though I'm making all these jokes, making fun. Yeah. I literally went and I dropped about like 7 rapture videos clowning folks. You know, people were losing their houses. They were signing deeds and cars off. I saw a Hellcat.
Yeah, bro.
Ridiculous.
You should lose all your money. It's bro. The thing that blew me is my Muslim homie.
Okay,
who does not read the same book as me. Said, doesn't it say in your book you should not know the time or the hour? I said, yeah, bro, we got it, bro.
The funny thing is, there's so many different ways that you could look at this, and not even to mention the small context of what is the time zone that they're talking about. Who are they really thinking about runs at all?
Yeah, bro.
And even when I look back to 2012, that was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I even saw that movie in theaters, and I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was the end of it because I was like, you know what? The Mayans, they were here for a really long time. They believe this and this, so it might be something. Might be there. Nothing. Not a damn thing happened.
Nothing is going to happen.
You go back to Y2K. Not a damn thing happened again. And at this point, I feel like someone needs to pay for this. Someone needs to be held accountable for this nonsense. And I'm not gonna lie. When they were saying it, even though I was making all these jokes, on the 25th, I did wake up and I looked around. I'm not gonna lie. I waked up. I was like, what is really going on? And then I realized, oh no, we're really just no one was evaporating.
It's not even a real thing.
What do you mean?
The Bible never talks about there being a rapture. That's a man-made thing.
How so?
It does not exist. The rapture's not a thing. What's the rapture? Tell me what the rapture is.
So from what I've heard, the rapture sounds like there's going to be a random moment. There's going to be hellfire, volcanoes erupt. There's going to be a trumpet, and people will just disappear like Thanos, just start fading away. That's what I've heard.
That's not it, bro. It literally, that's not even, like, it's not even a biblical concept. It's man-made. Now, there's the book of Revelation that talks about tribulations that come and Jesus coming back at a time that we will never know. And he comes back and he fights the Antichrist. And then those who are with him ascend. And there's a tribulation period where people stay, I think it's about 7 years, where people are on the earth. They stay on earth.
We gonna box for 7 years before getting hit?
Not us.
Oh, okay.
If you believe in Christ and Christ is your savior, you shouldn't be here when that happens. When he comes down, cracks the sky open, that's when we all leave. There's a 7-year period where now people that either backslid in their faith or people who just don't believe are here for 7 years to figure it out. And then all of this earth will be recreated. Oh, so you get an extra 7 years to figure it out? I wouldn't call it that, like, oh, you have 7 more years to figure it out. You should figure it out now. Because, yeah. Then you're here on a godless earth, which, I mean, if that's what you like,
if that's what you're calling for, go ahead.
But yeah, the rapture, you ascend into heaven, you disappear. That's not how that works. That's a movie, 1980. I think that's when it came out, 1980, and then it's a Hollywood scheme. That's just not how it's gonna happen.
Honestly, I feel like there's been such a. We were never supposed to have social media. It was never supposed to be the way it is. Bro. There's 2 different things that I've been really sitting on recently. There was never supposed to be political content creators, and there wasn't supposed to be religious content creators.
Not at all.
Because once you start trying to post things to get some swipes, that's when all hell breaks loose. It gets to no pun intended. It gets to the point where, why are you oral farming me? Why are you clip farming? Like, that's ridiculous.
Why are Christians rage baiting, bro? Like, if we open the same book, it says, if they do not agree with you, dust your feet off and let let your dust be reminiscent of what happens to them later on. Why am I arguing with you?
Yeah,
I'm told to grab seeds, throw them, and let them. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. I'm gonna sit and argue with you. Yeah, it's okay, bro. Die and find out.
Funny enough, that's actually such an interesting sentence for a couple of reasons. And I feel like it all stems from the fact that people just refuse to read the whole thing.
Yes.
They grab, there's a whole bunch of points in the Bible where I feel like it should be mandatory for people to sit and read those aspects. Because of if more Christians did have that point of view where it's like, if you don't believe, I can't force you. I can't drag you along to heaven. I can't do it. That will draw me back. Because I was talking to my homeboys about what is the reason why we do things. For example, what's the reason why we fast? What's the reason why some people like practice Ramadan and things of that nature? And as a Christian, should you be practicing Ramadan to begin with, right? And then we were having the conversations like, well, having a community to fast with is one thing, right? And being able to set aside a certain time period for you to fast and devote yourself to God is always a good time, in my opinion. And when you are doing with others, you shouldn't be able to have the idea to be like, you know what? Even though I have been invited into you guys' space, I should be trying to forcefully convert people in a space that wasn't even created for you in the first place.
I've never heard that. That's crazy. There's Christians that do that?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I'm blue.
They be going to different places.
I'm overly blue. So they'll do Ramadan with
do Ramadan with the Muslims.
And then say, come join.
Come be
I mean, like, I get having respectful dialogue. That's crazy, though. If that's your goal of doing that, that's not the point of what you're doing. Oh, no, I rebuke that
because
too, bro.
I'm not even anti having inter-religious faith and practices and things of that nature where it's like, hey, y'all got your things, I got my things, and you guys want to pray, I can pray as well, even if it's in the same room type of thing. But it gets to the point where you're trying to be like, no, you should stop praying the way that you are, and then you should come pray with me, even when it wasn't even asked. I'm not even looking for Jesus. Then you're out here trying to force folks. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I've had friends that are Muslim that have converted to Christianity because of respectful dialogue. But I'm not going to go to your mosque and say, all of you guys are wrong, do it this way. That's crazy. Because if a Muslim came into my church during service and yelled, your God is fake, we have to fade respectfully. Yeah. Because what do you mean? Why are you even here? Like, you're looking for trouble. So now trouble has found you. Yeah. The book of Proverbs talks about that.
Also,
mind your business. Mind your business. The Lord has appointed you at an appropriate time to do what you're supposed to do with works that he has given you at an appropriate time. Leave people alone. If he has not called you into that space, do not go there. Why would you go somewhere you're not sent?
Why do you think people feel the need to go places they have not been sent?
Because they don't read the Bible. They don't read the Bible. They don't listen to the Holy Spirit. If God tells you to go somewhere, then go somewhere. Like Jonah with the what was it? The Ninevites. That'll come to me in a second. But he went somewhere, or he didn't even want to go. So he didn't want to go.
Jonah and the whale, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he gets swallowed by a big fish. He's in there for 3 days, and he comes back out and says, "You know what? I'll go. Fine, I'll do it." And he goes there and preaches 3 words, pretty much. Okay. Find Jesus, or go find God. And then the whole city is saved because of his little speech. But he didn't want to go. Even though God sent him and he didn't want to go, he still went and still saved those people. Now, there's other stories. Let me think of it real quick. There's other stories where people will go and do things that God did not tell them to do. Like Saul, King Saul. I'm reading Samuel right now. King Saul did not listen to the Lord at all. He did things his own way. He was supposed to. They had a war with the entire tribe and nation. And he was supposed to kill everything and everyone in it.
Oh wow! Okay.
He saves the best of the meats, the best of the things, because he was scared of the people. Really, he was just greedy. Oh, okay. But he blamed the people and he was scared of the people. That's why he did what he did. So the Lord rejected him and he was no longer king. If you would have just listened to the Lord, you wouldn't be in this position. He called you to do something you were supposed to do. Now, not doing it is disobedience. Now, you must be, especially as a king, you must be rejected. If people read their word and see, okay, if I listen to the Lord and I'm obedient to the Lord, everything goes right. It goes the way it's supposed to go.
Okay. So he was called to burn down this whole nation.
Everything.
Okay.
But then he saved the best lamb, the best cows, the best meat, the best wheat for himself. When he was supposed to destroy everything. Everything was supposed to be devoted to destruction. But because he was greedy and because he thought he wanted to do his own thing, because he didn't listen to the Lord and the Lord's commands.
he didn't want to save these animals for the sake of
humanity. No,
Okay.
he
just wanted
greedy.
to eat himself.
He was hungry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like before that he had, and this is why they did this. He made everyone fast.
Okay.
And he said, if you eat, I have a vow with the Lord to destroy you if you eat before this war is over. So what do hungry people do that just fought a crazy war for 12 hours?
Yeah.
They go and eat.
Yeah.
Now you're supposed to kill everyone. You didn't do that. That's strike one. Then strike two, you saved everything for yourself. That's strike two. Strike three, the Lord rejects you now because you didn't want to listen. And you didn't take accountability as a king for your actions. You blame everyone else. That's three strikes. All of that could have been avoided if you would have just said, you know what, God, you're right. But that doesn't happen because people don't read his word.
That's always such an interesting thing when it comes to using biblical word. Wait, what was the context? Why was he fighting those people?
Because 20 years prior or something like that, these people devoted to destroy Israel.
Okay.
So they got their get back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's actually one of like the worst texts in the Bible because it's the first genocide recorded in the Bible.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like wiping out an entire people.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow. So wait, is that one of the ones that they called to for what's going on now? LOL.
Yep. But why did they destroy the Amalekites?
Oh, why?
Because the Amalekites tried to destroy them, and they were chosen people by God too.
Okay.
To fight on behalf of God, but they rejected them.
Okay.
And they were getting powerful and strong, and then to show that God was more powerful than them, he had to destroy them.
Okay.
Now, how they use it nowadays, I don't agree. It doesn't make sense.
See, now
because the context of nowadays makes zero sense for that to ever happen.
That's what I'm thinking about now when we move forward in through time when it comes to like religious conversations. I feel like a lot of things that is missed out is the fact that the contextual evidence that's going on at the moment does not connect with the folks back then, and using that as a end all be all when it comes to conversation goes and kills all type of discourse that can come from it, right? Even if it's not coming from a place of faith to begin with, right? And that's kind of what frustrates me the most about what's going on right now, because it feels like since you can't argue against any of it without being called things of that nature, you aren't able to actually see the humanity in people now. And that's so ridiculous to me right now. Oh.
And the biggest thing is that the identity of what they believe in is before the identity of Christ. That's the main issue.
Okay.
I know more about your political standpoint. I know more about how you feel about the world before I even know how you feel about Jesus. Why is Jesus secondary to anything that you believe in? That's the biggest issue. And yeah, because it's frustrating. Like what's going on in the world with the wars and the genocides that are going on. If you read your Bible, neither side is right in what they're doing. That does not mean you condemn them for being wrong. You go and help both sides. You're not pro one side, pro the other. You want to see both people succeed and both people be prosperous. And you want to strike those that are being arrogant, and you need to humble them.
I need those folks to leave the niggas alone. That's what I'm looking for.
There's a big brother group that needs to be humbled, and there's a little brother group that needs to be exalted.
Because honestly, and that's one of the things that hurts you when it comes to talking about politics alongside with religious aspects of it all. Because of, especially with Israel and Palestine at the moment.
I wasn't gonna name it because I don't know if you get censored.
Well, I'll see what we do on edit, but okay. When we are talking about the politics of it all and trying to relate it back to religious backing, and that's why we're able to move forward with it all, I feel like that not only
isn't fair because if you have a whole region that does not believe in the same thing, and you're speaking for a whole region, and not even to mention majority of the people inside your own space do not believe in what the overseeing government is doing, right? In context of using taxpayer money to be able to fund wars and things of that nature, we have gotten to the point where even when we talk about like Jewish people in places in like New Jersey and New York where there's like dense populations of Jewish people, they're looking at it like, well, we aren't backing this shit, so why am I sitting here trying to answer for what a literal government is doing? I'm Jewish, not Israeli. Like that's I'm not part of them niggas over there. So at what point is it that I have to now speak on behalf and also exalt and prop up these people that I don't even agree with to begin with?
You don't exalt them in the first place. And it literally goes back to read, bro. Let me just pull up the scripture. Because this will just make it all make sense. Because this is the same group, like Ted Cruz. That's the governor in Texas, right?
Yeah.
I would slap him if I ever saw him in real life.
I'm not going to...
He would have to get slapped by me personally.
I hate that nigga too.
Like... You would just have to.
I've met him 3 separate times.
You looked him in his face?
And had conversations with him 3 separate times. And I've hated every one of them.
Because this is the same person that will agree with what's going on in Israel. We just need to be serious and call things what they are. But people don't read the word. And there's people like Ted Cruz who have an immense amount of power who has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. And not having anything that they're talking about. It's more so like they're being funded to say things and believe things and be able to set
That's also
things
part
up.
of it, yeah.
So it's like, well... Are they being disingenuous? Of course. Are they also being funded? Of course. Like that's what lobbying is in the context of the grand scheme of it all too.
Top tier rage baiters, bro.
That's what I'm saying too, bro.
Like,
oh my god, bro. It's so frustrating when you're having to agree with what your government is doing, and if you don't, you're being literally kidnapped. They're literally kidnapping people and turning them off. That's insane. Oh, this. I was talking to one of my friends that also just they recently had a kid. They're about like 4 years old, and I was sitting there and I was like looking at him and I was like, huh. When you turn 20, you're gonna look back at what's going on right now and be like, what the fuck was going on? The same way I'll look back at the Iran War, the 9/11, just all the Venezuelan takeover, just like all these different things. I'm like, what were we doing? What?
Getting old is a curse. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Like I miss the innocence of being a child. Everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Is the consensus of life right now.
Yeah. And then speaking back to the folks that are rapturing, it hurts my soul because of you sat here and profited off of Jesus's name, saying that you were spoken to by that man specifically. And now what? You're here, I'm here, we're all here. So what happened? What happened?
I don't blame them.
What do you mean?
It's the people that listen's fault.
Yeah, that's
literally,
fair.
bro, I will keep saying this whole episode if I have to. It all goes back to one thing. What does the word say? If you do not know what the word says, do not go and ask a man what the word says. Go look in the Bible yourself. Like literally the Bible app has a feature where you could ask a question to it and it'll show you exactly what the scripture says. If it takes that much for you, go ask it. Because what do you mean you believed and you sold your, like, people actually sold Hellcats in their houses?
People sold their houses, their cars, plots of land.
You deserve everything that happened to you.
All their possessions.
Yeah, bro. I can't even blame the greedy for that. That's truly just, bro.
I've always been,
lack of cells.
I've always been of the opinion, if you want to be rich, if you want to make $1 million, have 1 million people give you $1. And the easiest people to give you $1 is the people that are foolish, the people that do not know.
Because how do you fall for that type of scam?
Again, that's my thing. Again. And I feel like, you know what? I feel like what it all boils down to is the fact that human beings have always been the most, not just greedy, but the most self-absorbed individuals ever. And then with COVID, all the election stuff, all the political aspects of the world,
It's making people even more self-centered to believe that you will be alive when Jesus pulls up. That is such a greedy take, in my opinion. Out of all the millions of humans that have came in and left to go be there or over there, you believe you are the one that's going to be seen when the sky cracks open? And not even to mention, why would you want to be the one that sees when the sky cracks open?
Our elders were in plantations singing hymns to heaven. Did they not deserve to be seeing that?
And that's what, there's people that deserve it more than you. Do you really deserve to see the face of God? That's what you believe, that it's you are the chosen one that will see it.
Yeah, bro.
And I feel like people are so obsessed with it because of people want to kill themselves. They just want to die. They literally want to die. And that's what's so worrisome to me, because it's like, this feels like a suicidal, not so much a suicidal premonition, but like the obsession with ending your life, ending what is here to move on to what could be, is really what's holding people on, what's people is really holding on to.
I don't think people understand the severity of what Jesus looks like, or his return, what it looks like. Mm-hmm. People were going to war over toilet paper. Can you, like, bro, I just want, bro, if you're listening, if you're watching this, I just want you to really understand. Imagine the sky cracking open. You see what your phone looks like when you crack your phone, and your heart drops. Imagine the sky that you've looked at your entire life is cracked open, and there is a man riding on a white horse with wings.
I'm not gonna hold you. That might be the greatest day on Twitter of all time. That will be the greatest day of Twitter. I'm not gonna hold you.
Like, do you know what will happen, bro? People were going to war over toilet paper and tissue. The sky is now cracked open, and there's a man flying from the sky. And it's not that one people will see him. The whole entire world will see this happen. Do you know how, bro, everyone sees the moon? Mm-hmm. Not everyone sees the moon, actually.
When it's your time,
you know what I'm saying? Yes, when it's your time, you'll see the moon.
Yes.
Every single person on the earth at one time will see the same thing we're all seeing. Do you know how crazy that is?
It would feel like a superhero film, because there's no way I'm looking out and I'm seeing Galactus in the sky, and y'all want to see that? Is that not insane?
You want to be there for that moment. Like, that it will be the scary, bro. You know how huge you have to be for the whole entire world at the same exact time to see you? And it's not like, oh, people are sleeping, they'll wake up and see it. No, everyone will see it at the same exact time, which means you'll be woken up out of your sleep, because every knee shall bow, which means every single person that has eyes, even those that don't have eyes, will still see him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I want you guys to understand what you say when you say, I can't wait for this to happen. I can wait. I'm scared. That's just, bro, as freeing as it will be, that's the scariest thing that I'll ever see in my life.
Yes, that's literally, it literally has to be. Honestly, one of the part that scares you the most, especially when it comes to like religion and Christianity and the end times. So Jesus has our face, right? Does God have our face? That's what I'm trying to figure. Because God actively made Jesus look like us so we wouldn't freak the fuck out, right? So you're telling me God that doesn't need to blend in is going to show off everything that he's pulling up with? That's just ridiculous. Because I remember what the actual angels are supposed to look like. I read that scripture. That's ridiculous. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
The same God that said, yo, and lights turned on. There were no lights, and lights, yeah, I'll play with your life too much, bro.
That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Oh my God. And the scariest part of all of this, I feel like it's going to kick starts into people's head that be like, you know what? The rapture might not have happened, but I can get this started. Pull up and start glacking people. Just glacking that mug. Hey, we got to get there somehow. We just got to get here somehow. So yeah, no, that's the... Any more you want to...
That's crazy. Like, I'm really sitting here thinking, like...
Does it not make sense, though?
Reading the word and seeing what it's supposed to look like. Mm-hmm. For you to think that you want to be here for that, I'll slap you. I'm slapping a lot of people today. Donkey of the day, whatever you want to call it. Y'all are finna piss me off, bro.
Oh, my God. This world has been just... a lot of things have been weighing on my mind recently, and I've been trying to figure out a way to really have this Charlie Kirk conversation of it all. And I've recorded this probably like 3-4 times by myself, but I feel like I haven't really gotten down to my deep understanding of how I'm feeling about the... I don't even really want to call it an assassination, because of I feel like it sets him up to a bar that he didn't not even so much deserve, but it's so eye-opening to seeing the way that the government and the world has been able to contextualize this man, especially as someone that has actively watched him rise and do content. I'm chronically online. I've seen everything. I've seen it all. Yeah. So that's why it shocked me when this was the overarching feeling of this man. How did you feel when you saw the video?
I was blue. I was at work.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I was at work and they're like, "Yo, did you hear about Charlie Kirk?" And I was like, "I know who that is."
You heard
like,
the yeah.
It's like, he's dead. It's like, whoa, dead is crazy.
Because my thing is, he's younger than LeBron. Like, that was like, a young man, yes.
That is crazy. And then they were like, yeah, he got assassinated. I said, whoa. This is what blew me, though. Because Twitter is Twitter. I don't even use Twitter. That's why it blew me. So I go on Twitter, and the first thing I see when I open the app, I don't even have it on my phone. It was the website. So it loads, and that's the first thing I see is, like, the video. Whoa. Because we're not supposed to see this ever in life. Yeah. And like the fact that I saw it was like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah. Because I remember a time when you have to actively go on the dark web to be able to see anything.
Or you have to click censor or free the censorship on the app. Or it's like whatever. It's like this is sensitive content.
Yeah.
This is sensitive content.
You wasn't even marked as sensitive content.
Bro, you could just watch the video on Instagram. So crazy. I saw it on Twitter, and then I go on Threads because I hate being on Twitter. Twitter is a demonic app. Then I go on Threads. It's on there. So Mark Zuckerberg is just allowing this to be seen everywhere. So it's like, yeah, we're in a different day and age. Like, even like, rest in peace, George Floyd. When that happened, you couldn't just watch that video. Yeah. You had to click, yeah, I'm 18, I'm verified, cool. With this video, bro, I think you can still just go and watch it anywhere. Yeah. Which is crazy. Like, kids are able to just see this freely. It's all over TikTok, it's all over Instagram, it's all over Twitter. Like, it blew me because it was just like, wow, that man really, like, is dead. And, like, they're like, oh, he's in critical condition, he's in the hospital. I'm like, no, he's dead. Like, you can you can literally see that. No, you're not surviving that shot unless God allows you to survive that shot.
Because I found out in the group chat. That's how I knew about it. I didn't see it before.
I think I texted y'all right away. I was like, whoa.
I was literally lifting, right? They said, oh, it'll be in critical condition. We don't know what's going to go on. You guys are talking about, like, no, he's definitely cooked. So I'm like, I'm interested. I'm at the gym, and I get on TikTok. I'm swiping just a couple times, see what's happening, because I feel like I've toned my algorithm to see what's going on in the news. Yeah. And I'm like, this is going to be such a big story. I can't get more than 7 swipes without seeing something crazy like that. 2 swipes in, you see the video. I'm completely blue. Watching from the angle that I saw it didn't look so bad because of it looked like a bug, like a bee went and stunk his neck, and he's like, and then he keeled over. So I'm like, I mean, it might not be too crazy. Swipe a couple more times, you see it from another angle. Gush.
From 5 feet away.
Just pouring out. You see the blood splashing on the ground. Like, that's how detailed that shit was. You swipe a couple more times, there's another angle and another angle. There was 4 separate angles of all of this murder. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, First of all, how the fuck did this happen? How did this happen? Number 2, who was this? And number 3, let me go back to who was this. I've always had this take. The only thing that would cause real revolution is if you hit someone like Obama. It would have to be something crazy as that. This is their Obama at this point. And I'm swiping on the internet some more, folks. The memorializing of this man. People were like, oh no, this was our activist. This was our speaker. This was the guy that was talking for us. So I'm sitting here because I knew what he was saying. Like, I remember watching his stuff, and I'm like, interesting. This is the world. This is the guy that you connect with to such a level. Okay, fine. Let's move on. How was this able to get on the internet? And was it was to the point where, since so many people were talking about it and so many videos were circulating with so many people reintegrating it back into the mainstream limelight,
was it so difficult for a guy like Mark Zuckerberg to be able to go and actually grab it? The people on Instagram to actually go and grab it. Because you know what they're doing? They literally sit down and they just watch complaints. They just watch all the most gruesome stuff and manually take that stuff out.
I didn't know that. I thought like you couldn't even, because I remember I posted a Kevin Hart video, and like while it's uploading, it cancels, and I get an email from Instagram saying Kevin Hart has copyright to your video. So like it allowed the sound to be posted, but not the actual video.
Yeah, there's a bunch of companies that go around. You can hire them to go and like literally scour the internet for you.
Type. I didn't know that. I thought it was just automatically like anything gruesome or anything.
The way that I found out is the way that they verified on like porn and explicit videos. It's literally like a guy goes and they like watch everything that gets submitted to see if it's crazy. Like. I don't know how they're alive. Like I feel like that would just
a lot of sick things you have to see.
Do you think to figure out, is this person a child? Is this consensual? But beyond the point, back to the video. I'm sitting here, I'm like, not only have I been shown this without my consent. I did not go out my way to find this. This shit found me. So what is this happening to the actual children that are on this children's app? Because TikTok is a children's app.
Yeah.
What are they seeing and how are they processing this? Because watching somebody die I've seen a couple people die in my life. And every single time, it's jarring to see how their body just drops. And it's just you actively watch the soul leaving themselves.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. It's definitely a lot to take in all at once. And then everybody's talking about it. It's in every comment section. It's in niches on the internet that it was never supposed to reach in the first place. That's what was shocking me the most.
Yeah, working in a school, none of the kids talked about it. I mean, my kids are different, so they just wouldn't really care to talk about it. But I've been talking to like friends and people, and the only thing that's been talked about like from that was the school shooting that happened the same day, in Colorado, and then the school shooting that happened like weeks before. But
what do you mean?
Just like that's what was talked about. That's what kids were talking about. Okay. So like it didn't really, from what I've seen, what I know, it didn't really affect like probably like 11th grade all the way down to kindergarten.
Okay.
I think it more affected like seniors in high school all the way to seniors in college. That's who his demographic was that he would talk to the most. Anyway. Because it was talked about at my church, and like my pastor even told us like he had no idea who the dude was until it happened. So like he, as much as known as he wasn't really known. Yeah. At the same time, so like it didn't really affect the youth that I would have known, or that other people I've talked to, as much as like other things that happened in the world affected them.
And I feel like that's kind of like the power of the internet, because of you could, for all intents and purposes, hide your message on the internet and grow and amass millions of followers, have the type of political connections to actually sway an election base, to be able to actively get more people to vote. And the vast majority of Americans don't know who you are. Yeah. That's kind of why it got so interesting to me when he passed, and then they started talking about him. They're like, oh no, he was a father, he had children, he had a wife, he was a business owner, just like things of that nature. But they didn't really talk about the stuff that he was talking about in his content.
That's what blew me too.
Because of the amount of... So first you got all the positive lookings into his life and what he did and things of that nature. And then there's this wave of people that kind of like me, where it's like, no, we watched what he was saying. I know who he was. Like I literally knew what this man stood for. And then you start getting the clips and the videos of things that he was saying. And one of the main ones that started like circulating and started making the rounds was his the pro Second Amendment and things of that nature. And his main thing was, you will never be able to take guns away from everybody, so you might as well arm the good guys. And the main quote that went super viral was, if some people need to die for us to continue to hold on to this amendment, that's just what it needs to be.
It's crazy verbiage. Very ironic.
And that ends up being and he ends up passing from the sword that he sowed. And not even to mention, in the clip, one of the reports that came out, the literal sentence that he got shot in the middle of, they were talking about, oh, well, what should we do about the Second Amendment? What about the gun control? What about the school shootings?
School shootings. And he was talking about, are you talking about
The things we shouldn't be talking about is gang violence, and he gets hit directly in the neck mid-sentence. Crazy. They find the guy that asked him about the questions because of the media was like, well, we got to figure out who. Actually, not even say media. That's so disingenuous. I shouldn't say media. Just the internet in general. They're like, oh no, we got to find this guy because of it was so on par and it was so timed that it had to be something. He had to be working with them, and it was literally just a guy that went to the college. That's just a college age guy that was at his rally.
And there was, because that's what blows me is like, he rage baited, and I always compare him to Kevin Samuels because like they both had a demographic that was targeted towards discrediting and, in lamer terms, making fun of black people.
Yeah, sure.
And it happened in Utah, so you had no reason to even bring up minorities or black people.
The literal whitest state in America,
and the white man asked you the question, so you had no reason to go out of your way. So you went out of your way to just be an ass.
Yeah, be inflammatory. That was his whole thing. That was literally his whole MO when it came to the type of content he was making.
Because if you would have asked me when it happened, how I felt, I was mad, and I wouldn't have said these things because it came from like a standpoint where people were just mocking them, and that's weird either way.
Sure.
And now hindsight, God works in very hilarious, mysterious ways.
And I feel like it gets even crazier because the people that were defending him and saying no, he was literally just a man, are people that never saw what he was talking about. that only connected to the aspect of him being a dad that was Christian and white. That's literally, and he got murdered for what he was saying. That's what the term of words that they were using. That's how they're explaining who he was and how he ended up passing. And which
the people that had the most to say that I encountered that were defending him have never heard him speak, for one, like you said, but they also have never read their Bible.
Yeah,
to see what he was saying. Because I don't care what he's saying. Fact check it with the Bible. Would Jesus have said those things? No. At the end of the day, no. Like, was he perfect? No, none of us are. Absolutely not. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect. And I didn't know he was. I knew, but from the standpoint of the people, I didn't know he was a Christian. I knew that he was a conservative Republican type of guy. And that was the issue that I have with him. Is because he never answered questions as Christ would have. He answered questions how he would have.
Yeah.
And then so happened to be a Christian and knew Bible verses. Was he a Christian? Probably. I don't know.
He believed what he believed. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
But it's like, just from me and like my faith background, you'll never know which way I lean.
Yeah.
Because that's not the point of what I'm saying. The point of what I'm saying is, this is Jesus. Because Jesus didn't lean any way. He leaned both ways because he talked with grace and truth. Grace for the poor and the needy, and truth for those who were oppressing the poor and needy, which is still truth and love. So that was my issue with him. Is like, did he say things that were good? Probably. Did he say things that are awful? Absolutely. Is he perfect? No, not at all. And he shouldn't die for what he said. You see what I'm saying? And that was the issue I was having with everyone.
Bingo. Because that's my thing too. Because the part that scared me the most, even while watching that video, this was a white man, a white 30-year-old Republican that got hit in the goddamn throat in a public rally.
Yeah.
One of the biggest political influencers in the world just got murdered in front of thousands of people. And you don't think there's going to be backlash? you don't think in the most gun violence nation in the world, there's not going to be folks that try and say, oh, now it's a race war. Now I have to use my Second Amendment because this is what I'm needing to be. And then you also got this subsection of individuals that were not even, I don't even want to call them white supremacists. I want to call them worse than white supremacists because they were looking for a reason to find black folk, to go out their way to be like, oh yeah, no, it's on now. I literally saw people claim that this like, oh, I will not stand for this. I will go and get these people. It was a white dude. It was literally a 30. And
then it went silent.
And then just silent. Just disappeared.
It went silent.
The amount of HBCUs that got bomb threats, the amount of schools that had to shut down their what is it called? The amount of campuses that had to shut down their black spaces.
HBCUs.
Not even HBCUs. These were PWIs were also closing down their black areas. That they're like, you know what, this just for safety concerns, let's just shut down SDIS, for example, like at our college. And the fact that there was this overarching fear that everybody felt because of this moment, and not to mention in the widest area in the United States of America. And their first thought was, oh no, this had to be one of them. What did we do? And I feel like that's how the stance has been for the longest. You know what? You could have your free speech. We just will not work with it. We just will not entertain it. We will not click on it. We will not like it. We will not comment on it. We will not engage with this rage bait, because that's how we got to this scenario in the first place, where he grew so viciously. Mm-hmm. I remember I was watching him do the college debate scene where he'll come at colleges and just try and make the liberal purple-haired girl look like an idiot or things of that nature. And it would hurt me because of not only was the videos like clipped to have a specific narrative, and not only were the arguments that he would give literally just rooted in not just misogyny and masculinity, but it was him using his masculinity to be able to dominate the spaces that he was in, to be able to make them look as stupid as possible because of he was a white man. That's literally what it was. So yeah, no, it's
that's my biggest issue with him. You didn't represent Jesus, and now all of a sudden you're this martyr of the faith.
Yeah.
Because I got asked, for like, okay, was MLK a martyr? No. No. Do you know what a martyr is? What I say earlier. Go read the Bible.
What is a martyr?
A martyr is someone that says, I believe. He was a martyr for conservatives. Mm-hmm. A martyr is someone that believes in... For me, a Christian martyr is someone who believes in Christ and died because they said Jesus is king.
Yes.
So we're going to discredit all the Nigerians in Asia. Or where were they at? The Nigerians, there was like 200 that got killed, like beheaded, all of them.
Okay, yeah.
That's a martyr. Because they had the chance to say, no, I don't believe in Jesus and live. They said, no, I believe in Jesus and died. To me, that's a martyr of the faith.
Okay, yeah.
A man that, bro, no. He didn't represent Jesus, because Jesus wouldn't have done what he did on stage. That would have never been a thing Jesus ever did. Never. He would have actually flipped his table. Yeah. Because that's not what he would have done. Yeah. So then to go and say that this man is a martyr for Jesus, knowing Jesus would have flipped his table, is so... It's not blasphemy, but man, it's close.
It's pretty... Yeah. What I feel is blasphemy. Oh, the amount of images that I was seeing of this man. The AI was going crazy.
Bro, what was it? JFK, Abe Lincoln. What do they all have in common? MLK. They put Jesus next to. I said, yeah, bro.
I saw this guy say he was going to be the 13th disciple. Please.
Oh, yeah.
Please. Oh, dude. First of all, this is not a Christian nation. We are not a Christian nation.
Bro.
We have millions of faiths in this country. Please. Not everyone is a Christian. And they shouldn't have to be able to live here. Like, let's be serious.
Like, the 13th disciple is nuts.
That's what I'm saying.
When the 13th disciple, or when the 12 disciples were called to leave every single thing behind, that means your platform. That means everything you've ever owned, leave behind and go. This guy, who didn't want to leave anything behind. Yeah, bro.
Do you know what hurts me the most? People are saying that we shouldn't be making fun of his death, and we shouldn't be disrespecting the fact that he died and things of that nature. He literally made his platform. He became famous off of shitting on George Floyd's grave. He was the one that pushed the narrative that, oh no, it was fentanyl in his system. He did not die from the knee in his neck. It couldn't have been the knee. He was a drug addict, poor, homeless man. That's what he was saying about him. And the death of this man, you ain't never needed to bring him up. But some way, somehow, and then you want to sit back and try and figure out, why did he become so viral in the first place? And how is he shaking hands with Donald Trump out of nowhere? This is a random white dude that didn't go to college, is undereducated, didn't go to no debate schools, didn't do none of that. But some ways, he was never a staffer, but some way, somehow, he's shaking hands with the president. Is that not ridiculous?
It's crazy.
Why are you on Fox News? It reminds me of talking about him feels like talking about Drewski on CNN.
Drewski's crazy.
That's what I'm feeling. What do you have to say about this?
Overly blew me. But It is what it is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just want to know who they're gonna prop up next, because there was a bunch of things I saw where it was like, there's some dude that they have that's like, oh, he unretired for this moment. Like he's gonna, you hated Charlie, you're gonna hate this guy.
Oh wow.
If that's the goal of what you're spreading, bro, go home, go to bed. We
Yeah.
don't need more hate.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the guy that killed him believed in everything he believed in, minus the hate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this was one of your own. This was your protege who killed you.
And it even sounds, and one of the things that I was also sitting with, he has been one of the individuals that has been stoking the flame of all this, not just being insufferable with your opinion, but he was one of the first individuals that was sitting here pushing bigoted ideologies, and the fact that they also have space in the debate landscape, even if your ideas are just fully based on bigotry, hatred. That's ridiculous. And even when the day he was murdered, I went on his Twitter page and I swiped through to see what's going on. And literally a couple days earlier, he was talking about the young lady that was murdered on a subway, right?
Yeah.
Gruesome. It was
Right, you forgot that happened. Wow.
literally 2 days before that.
Yeah.
He was not only was he calling for this man to be murdered, right? Which insane, but fine, whatever. When you're going through his page, one of the things that you need to always step back and watch an individual when it comes to the type of content that they make, you have to figure out who are the individuals that are also interacting with this content and who feels safe and respected enough in this space to be able to comment on his page and interact with the fan base that's going on. And when I tell you some of the most racist shit I have ever seen in my life, pure caricatures of black people in these people's minds, was fucking gross.
And I hate the rep that Christians that actually believe in the faith are getting for it. Like, that truly know who Jesus was and what he did for all of us. Mm-hmm. And how we're getting a bad rap where it's like, oh, if you're a Christian, you had to agree with him. You had to believe that the things he believed in. It's like, no, absolutely not.
And the thing that hurts me the most, especially while I'm sitting here trying to practice, it hurts me because people look me in the eye and tell me I'm believing in the same God that this Christofascist is also believing in. And I'm like, we don't claim them, folks, bro. We don't claim them. It's not the same God. We're not praying to the same guy.
Absolutely can't be. And that was the whole thing that, like, I still, like, I'm talking to Christians about it now where it's like, bro, outside looking in, no bias. Mm-hmm. You sat at one of his rallies or one of his shows. Would you have known in the first 20 minutes he was a Christian? No. Mm-hmm. If you say yes, I don't believe you. You're lying. You're just trying to prove your point.
Yeah.
Now, say me, for example, or them. If I sat one of us down and we had a 20-minute, or we had something going on for 20 minutes, would you have known that we were Christian? Mm-hmm. You would have known I was Christian by the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do the podcast. Y'all know. Y'all watch and listen. Y'all know about the first 5 minutes of me talking what I believe in and who I am.
Yeah. Just be pretty religious when you come on the show.
To not know what he believes in besides politics is the biggest issue I've always had with it. You didn't know he was a Christian until later on. So don't push this narrative, oh, he was a man of God. He was a father. He was a husband. Bro, no. Y'all didn't know that until he died. Y'all didn't know who this man was until he died. Don't sit here and push
and then it just happened to be one of y'all.
Yeah. Talking about he's our MLK, bro. Shut up. Shut up, bro.
Bro, I was so when they actually quote unquote caught the guy and they started releasing his text messages and things of that nature, this is the weakest CIA movement I have ever seen in my life. Did you see them text messages, bro?
Texts suck, bro. What did they say in the comments? ChatGPT, write how I would say this. Yeah, bro. Shut up.
Bro gave the time he was doing it, the outfits he was doing it, the letters he was doing it, what his motives was, what his relation was to the lady that we was talking to. And when I'm sitting here and I'm sitting back trying to figure out what's going on, his grammar was perfect. That is not a 21-year-old. Don't
folks a computer science. Yeah, bro. And anyone that's an engineer automatically is the dumbest person I know when it comes to spelling words. Like,
they're trying to speed write. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I could literally pull up a picture of one of my homies who's an engineer, spell the word accelerated, and we fried him for it.
And he's out here making rockets. So like, what are we doing? Oh my god, because that's one of the things that just hurts me, because I feel like the American government feels like we are stupid. We're not stupid. I'll read my book.
Bro, please let me find this. My goodness. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Yeah,
but
so?
Summer classes are.
Wow.
Let me show the camera, bro. Do y'all see what I just read? With an E.
RD.
Accelerated with an E. I know a future engineer didn't just type this. Yeah. And you mean to tell me this guy, perfect grammar, he's using punctuations in text? He's capitalizing all his... Yeah, shut up.
He was using a syntax. He used a semicolon.
Semicolon.
That's bad work, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's bad work.
Or the little dash.
Yeah.
That's GPT, bro.
And used it correctly.
That's GPT, bro. As someone who uses GPT, that's GPT, bro. He ain't never typed that in his life, bro.
Oh my god, bro. And honestly, the main thing that I want to get off when it comes to talking about this, at what point are you gonna sit back and recognize the world that we are in?
Because of, it feels like people are being so disingenuous because of he spent the last 10 years of his life. You know, not even that long. It only took about like 5-6 years for him to get to the point where he was. He spent that whole time actively making the world worse, making it more bigoted and hatred was running rampant that he personally was putting into it. And not even to mention the financial implications of this all, because he was making bread. He was making millions of dollars influencing the minds of young adults, of college-age individuals to believe not just hatred, but to believe that's the one that blew me the most is when individuals like that are able to shape narratives, because of that's one of the things that hurt me the most. And I think it was 2022 when they revoked DEI. I think it was that nature. Yeah. They had people trying to have conversations with me talking about, I was like, well, what if they only got it because they're black? You're telling me they admitted somebody into this PWI only because they are black, not for their 4.3 GPA, not for their millions of hours of charity work and volunteer hours, and the fact that they ran multiple businesses on the way. They were committing philanthropy at the age of 16, but that motherfucker did not deserve it. We don't motherfuckers on Wall Street right now that ran. Oh my God. I remember our bro told us, he was like, yeah, I raised $2 million to help this organization. And that's how he got into the school. He didn't deserve it? Really? That's what we're going to sit here and do?
They paid him a chicken sandwich, bro. Yeah, G. And that's crazy because DEI mainly helped white women.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
We don't read books. We don't read enough books.
Yep. People will sit here and talk about DEI is the reason that we need to remove DEI because it's unfair, and then they'll just look away from nepotism.
What's the highest population that went to Harvard?
People, nepo babies, who also fathers and
because
daughters.
I have an NFL quarterback that's on the bench right now, and I have an NFL quarterback in college right now that's treated way higher than him. Because Shador is a way better athlete than Arch Manning, and Arch Manning has a job. Don't piss me off. Hook him till I die. But I won't go for it.
He's worried me. I'm not gonna lie. Who did he beat? Sacramento Community College Tech atmosphere.
He beat Anoka Ramsey, bro. Like, I'm not hearing it, G. He beat Anoka Ramsey, and he had 2 picks.
Bro, I watched him truck a linebacker. I'm like, wait a minute. That linebacker, y'all are both the same size. This is not Division I football.
He played Anoka High School game.
I'm looking at the quarterbacks. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that wide receiver 5'9"? This doesn't look like a Division I team.
My DB is a white man. Not my DB, because that could be a safety. My starting corner is a white man. There's only one starting white corner in the NFL.
Yeah.
And he's trash.
But let's talk about some football real quick. Oh, this year. You know what? I wish that I never liked football. I wish that I just kept it to basketball because this heartache that I've been feeling. Lamar!
Derrick
Henry! Please! Jared Goff should not be looking y'all in the eye. What the fuck happened to the linebackers? What happened to our corners? Why is Amon St. Brown killing us?
Got him talking crazy too.
He's fake decent. He's not great. You know how I know he's not great? Because he was on my fantasy league last year. He was on it last year, giving me 4 points a game.
They got him talking like he's from the trenches too.
Nigga, he was talking like he was a Florida baby. He is from Germany. What are we doing? What are we doing?
He grew up playing in Chino Hills, bro. Like, they got him talking crazy.
Oh my God, dude! He yelled like, "Get off my!" And I said, "Wow, hey!" Into the camera, into the mic. I said, "Yeah, no, he's gonna win this."
He grew up where Bronny's from.
Actually,
bro,
that's fucking hilarious.
Talking that crazy.
He's from the richest area in the United States of America.
He has 2 passports, a U.S. one and a German one, and he's talking this crazy. And he's whooping on Lamar Jackson.
You know what pisses me off the most about this Baltimore squad? Because it's literally, why is your number one receiver not getting the ball? Oh, wait, no. He's just not breaking away. He's just not getting open. That's all that's happening. The second string quarterback is guarding him, and that's why he's not open.
The number one receiver on the Ravens is the wide receiver 2 or 3 on any other starting team in the NFL.
He's worse. I've been saying this for the past year. Once he made a Pro Bowl, I was like, he can't be better than Addison. And I don't even watch that much football. And I'm like, I saw him running routes as a number one option. I'm like, he's as good as Bateman. I'm looking at him like he looks like Bateman to me.
And that's the crazy thing, because Addison could be a wide receiver 1 on any other team in the league.
Yes. No, Addison's
happens to follow up the best receiver in the league in the past 5 years.
I definitely understand why Addison is a little mad. I definitely understand that.
No, I hate him too, though. I'm not gonna let it slide. I don't like him either. Because why can't someone just drive you? Why do you always have to drive a car? You have 2 DUIs. You have 40 speeding tickets. You don't want to just have someone else drive you?
Yeah. No,
and I've heard horror stories. Like, my homie worked at a restaurant in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
He walks into the restaurant. He gets seated. My homie is the waiter there. He's like, "What can I get you guys today?" Mm-hmm. He's on his phone the whole time, never looks up. Mm-hmm. He points to his girl. He does this.
You better get that. So you don't talk to waitstaff?
And then he didn't tip. Not like, oh, he only tipped like $20. No, he put 0 with a dash.
Oh no, he hate that nigga. That's what he hate that nigga. I've always
he's a terrible guy.
Yeah, I've always thought about that because low-key, if I was one of my guys was doing chauffeuring, right? And he went and drove, what was his name? He drove Rudy Gobert's car for a bit. He parked it. He didn't tip him. And you know what he did? He said, "Don't worry, I'll get your car again." He said he'll get his car again. He goes, Rudy comes back and he literally takes his car for a joyride. Like, goes picking up damages and shit too. Comes back, drops the car off, goes on with their day. He never knew.
If Rudy Gobert didn't tip me, the anger I have, because listen, I hate all Minnesota sports teams. I'll go crazy for the Wolves.
Yeah, no.
If there is one NBA player that I could ever give me 60 seconds with, I'm whooping him crazy. Like, I haven't felt rage with Minnesota sports since I was in 5th grade. I'm 24 years old right now. Rudy Gobert has sparked that rage once again.
Yeah.
He needs to fight me.
Yeah.
Because what do you do in the offseason?
I like anytime we talk about sports, he always mentions how much he hates Rudy Gobert.
Every single time. I don't even watch hoops for real. He makes me hate it more than I already hate it.
Yeah, because he could be so great.
How are you 7 foot, bro, and you can't fake spin dunk?
Yeah.
That's all Shaq did for 30 years, bro.
Yeah, can't pump fakes, hit the jab, and just dribble 1-2. Just
like, what are you doing in the offseason?
Just not a damn thing. Just zero.
Give me my fade. And how much did they pay him? Don't tell me. They don't even tell me.
How do you feel about the Baltimore Ravens? Because they're about to play the Chiefs tomorrow.
They're going to lose.
They're going to lose again?
Hey, I don't know why he can't beat the Chiefs.
So my whole thing
in the regular season, they'll win tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying,
if
bro.
If it's playoffs, they'll lose that game every time.
And one of the things I've been thinking about, this might be the most important game for Lamar this season.
because I'm not gonna lie, if they do not at least go to the Super Bowl,
They won't.
blow this whole team up. I'm tired of it. Y'all had so many chances to give this man a wide receiver number 1, and the best thing that y'all have done is give him DeAndre Hopkins. What are we doing? It is not 2012. What's going on?
We just have to face the facts, bro. Lamar Jackson is a regular season warrior.
It's not his fault.
It is his fault. He's James Harden.
So I need to see what happens in the playoffs this year, because if he was turning up last year when in the playoffs, he was hooping. He literally only lost because Mark.
At this point, he's Mark Henry, bro. Derrick Henry cannot hold on to the ball to save his life.
Mark, what is it? Andrews is tight end.
Yeah.
It's because he went to drop the ball. That was the end of the game.
Yeah.
The easiest throw. Oh my god! I was rewatching it the other day. I was watching some highlights. Literally went to grab it and just bumbles it. You are a top 3 tight end. What's going on? What? How?
Bro, I dropped him from I picked him up in both leagues. Benched him in both leagues, then dropped him in both leagues for him to have 27 points this week. Mm-hmm. And I lost both weeks. Mm-hmm. Or both leagues.
My fantasy has been bad, bro. It's been so bad.
No, I think the Ravens could be great, though. Mm-hmm. They just never get over the hurdle of Lamar. Because this is the thing that Lamar doesn't do, that Patrick Mahomes does very well, that Matthew Stafford did really well, that
Josh Allen is starting to do really well.
Nah, he won't ever do it well either. Tom Brady did it really well. They just forced the win. I'm not losing this game.
That sounds like Jalen Hurts to my eyes.
I hate that guy too.
He's hoping. But continue.
And that's what he doesn't have. He lacks that killer instinct. And in
the
basketball
game.
terms, Kobe and MJ, I'm going to win this game. I will not lose this game.
How so? Like, because my thing is, when I'm watching the game, one of the main things that I'm recognizing is if you throw an interception, you've lost the game. You can't throw an interception and win. That's like one of the only sports where you can literally look at one category on the stat line, and if it's too high, you're cooked.
It is. If you lose this game, or you lose this scrimmage at practice, what did MJ and Jordan do? I'm going to punch you in your face.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, Mahomes doesn't really do it because, like, he's not a thug in that way. But, like, he has the respect of his team of, I'm going to, bro, he played Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a broken ankle.
Yeah.
I'm not losing this game.
If I have to step out here, y'all have to step out here.
If he had top 5 receivers on his team, he would have won that Super Bowl by a million. He was hooping.
I'm not gonna lie, both of them, Mahomes and actually, let me start this over. So back to what I was talking about with the interceptions and trying to do whatever it takes to win. I feel like we have lost the plot, especially when it comes to the Ravens, because of it feels like we're putting too much emphasis on this coach. The coach needs to let Lamar actually lose them the game. Because when it comes to pocket presence, statistically he's the best pocket passer in the league. When it comes to running on the ground, he's statistically the best running back in the league. Mm-hmm. And still, some way, somehow, we are taking the ball away from his hands when the game is getting tight. Stop that.
But that's the thing. Who's taking the last shot for Kobe and MJ? Who was taking the last shot on the team?
It was Kobe. It was MJ.
Who was throwing the last pass for Tom Brady and Mahomes?
Yeah, those two, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even Jalen Hurts, even though he's not good, who was throwing the game-winning touchdown to put the game away? Who did he say put the ball? He said put the ball in my hands. Mm-hmm. If I'm Lamar Jackson and the game is on the line, I'm not letting. If Derrick Henry does get the ball, I'm looking him in the face. We will fight after this if you fumble the ball. Bro, he had 3 fumbles last year. Two fumbles last year. Yeah. He's had 4 in 3 games.
No. He's had 3. No. It was up until this point. He's had 3 fumbles, and in the past 3 weeks, he's had 3 fumbles. A fumble in every game.
Derrick Henry has.
That's so crazy to me.
Because something that has to be said about your team then. Yo, you're not going to fumble this ball again. If you do, you're not getting the ball ever again. That was Tom Brady. That was Mahomes.
We will drop pass and pass it 500 times if that's what it really takes.
Same with Mark Andrews. You're not fumbling the ball. He doesn't have that in him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying with Lamar. He doesn't have that. We're not losing this game because you decided to fumble the ball.
That's fair.
Instead, I will take the ball.
That's fair.
Because, I mean, they lost the game against the Bank, or who was it that they lost the game against? The Ravens.
The Ravens lost to the Lions, and then they lost to...
Because of a Derrick Henry fumble.
And then they lost to... Who's the people that they played first? Josh Allen.
Because of a fumble.
Yeah, the comeback.
I'm not letting you have the ball.
I'm not going. Yeah. You got to prove it. You
I'm
really got
win the game.
Yeah, I get it.
What did Mahomes do in the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers? I'm gonna win this game, even though he lost. He looked great, even though they sucked.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm not gonna lose this game, though. Bro. Tom Brady against the Falcons. There's a video. There's a picture of him sitting on the bench with his head down.
28-3 came
I'm
back
not
out the
losing
dub.
this game.
Yeah.
If you guys want to lose this game, go ahead. I'm not gonna lose it personally
Because it turns into literally being perfect at the down at the stretch. And when it comes to him, I feel like he really needs to be able to just let go of the ball.
Yeah.
Just throw it out. Just throw that ball out. Because of the amount of sacks that I'm watching him trying to, he literally sees nothing. And then he will try and run himself open. Stop that. Please stop it. Because I get it. You might get a few breakaway runs. But just like Ben Roethlisberger, y'all both don't got the bodies to be taking them hits, bro. Yeah. Why are you getting sacked? Throw it away. Now it's 3rd and 43. It's 3rd and 40.
Yeah, he'll blow me, bro. Like, it's literally that easy. Put the ball in your hands or don't. Either you got it or you don't.
Do you believe the Lions got it this year?
The Lions are good, but the Packers are better.
Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy to me. The Packers are hooping. I don't like it because I hate the Packers. Hate everything about the Packers. But they're hooping this year.
Their defense got so much better. I thought Michael would take that step back too, but he's stepped forward. That nigga took a step forward. That nigga. They said that you paid me, don't worry, you'll get every single penny's worth.
I genuinely don't know who will win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, it's only week 4, but like.
So my thing is, as I'm watching these games so far, the Eagles, Buccaneers, Green Bay, and then there's a big space.
The Bucks are hooping in a crazy way.
Lions, and then everybody else when it comes to the
Yeah.
NFC. And then when you go out to the AFC, it's literally
The Bills in the AFC.
it's the Bills. Yeah, the Bills are the only team that looks good. And I thought the running back was trash. I really did not believe
James
in
Cook?
I didn't believe in
He's
James
raw.
Cook, but that man, he's
Overly raw.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams are nice too in the NFC.
Yeah.
They could do something crazy this year.
Yeah. So their team is so weird. I'm mad that they got rid of Cooper Kupp because he did so much for them. But fine, whatever.
They found another one.
You don't need to overpay that man.
Yeah.
Trade him, get Devontae Adams. I don't blame you. That man Puka Nacua, that nigga right there, that nigga right.
That's what I'm saying. They found another Cooper.
That nigga right there is hooping. And the thing that hurts me the most about Puka Nacua, I don't know how he's always open. I don't know how he's doing it because he doesn't look that intimidating. He doesn't look that good, but every single play he's doing something ridiculous. Every play.
It's because he hooped.
Yeah.
When he was a kid or all the way until college. He hooped.
Like
He
basketball?
was a raw hooper.
Was he in the
All-Star game?
The celebrity game? Yeah.
He was hooping. Like booming.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
I didn't know you could do that.
If you got 40-inch vertical, honestly, I feel like if you are a pro in any sports, you should be able to go and play basketball and cook them.
Yeah.
You do too much core exercises not to be good at basketball. Go and dunk the ball.
I knew he was going to be raw when he was wearing no gloves in the rain and mossing people.
Oh wow.
In the rain, balls wet, hands are wet. You have no gloves on. You're still head tapping folks. Yeah, he's different. They haven't done that since literally football started. That hasn't happened since the 70s, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And even then, they had stick 'em.
Honestly, I like it because I feel like it's cheating to use your gloves. I'm not gonna lie. That feel
To an
that
extent,
feel like,
yeah.
That feel like stick. Especially, I've seen there's some videos where they do like stick them, and you can literally catch it with like your tips
Yeah.
or your fingers. That's cheating. That's
Like-
that's cheating.
He's a different breed. The league is nice this year. I like it.
What's his name? You been seeing Zion?
He lost a lot of weight, bro. They're talking about he's going to average 40 this year.
He lost the weight. It finally happened. All the bullying, all the talk. It finally happened. He
loses the weight every year.
No, he not this much, bro. He has never looked this good. He ain't never looked this good.
What they say,
bro.
it's like adding sweat on 2K and calling it a new game. That's who Zion is, bro. He'll be injured in November. And
He
he'll
looks
be
like
done.
he's down like 60 pounds. He was 300 pounds. He looks 240.
Ain't he get a porn star pregnant? Cooked. NBA
like
career over. He's not serious with his life, bro. Him and LaMelo Ball are the worst people I've ever seen in life. Hooped with the rock in their hands. Especially LaMelo. How do you average 40 for an entire month and then disappear for the rest of the season?
Yeah, his body is telling him not to hoop. His whole family, their bodies is not meant to be hooping. They've been playing for far too long, bro.
But once I saw that their dad had to amputate his own leg, I said, yeah, this is genetics. Y'all are all fried. And it's crazy because they can all rap, so they have a great segue for life afterwards.
Honestly, I hope they all do nothing. Just go ahead and fade off into the night sky. Lonzo, you specifically, you gotta please pack it up, because of every time I see him hoop, if it hinders and it cuts away at the greatness that I was seeing when he was younger, when he was a first rookie, when he left UCLA. I said, yeah, no, he is gonna have the league by storm, and now his knees just.
He was supposed to be the next Steve Nash, bro. Him and what was his name? Kyle. What's his name?
Who?
Not Kyle. Light skin folks that's on the Wizards with Jordan Poole.
Oh, you mean Jordan Poole?
No, the other one. Or is he on the Bucks now? He might be on the Bucks. The light skin dude that came into the league on the Lakers with him.
Kuzma?
Bro, Kyle Kuzma. They were supposed to be the next Shaq and Kobe. Bro.
You thought Kyle was gonna be hard?
I thought they were both gonna be nice together.
Damn, no, I ain't never say. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Kuzma, looking him in the eye, I said, yeah, no, he will definitely be around the league for a very long time. He will never be great. Never be great.
He's garbage,
but
bro.
he will definitely be around the league. He is just good enough to never get away. They'll never leave him.
How do you feel about your favorite player?
Which one?
Michael Porter.
Michael Porter?
That's your guy, right?
I've actively went out my way to try and not see anything that man has done. And people just keep sending it to me. I keep finding it every single time. He started, and you know what pains me? He is not special. NBA players have been like this since the dawn of time. Gilbert Arenas was about this. Even looking back, MJ. Who's the guy that, did you watch Winning Time with Magic Johnson?
Mm-mm.
So, I think it might have been was it Joe Dumars? But when Magic Johnson was in the league, he was freaked out. The niggas before Magic Johnson were also freaked out. This has always been a freaked out league. I should not be seeing the women you're linking. You should not be talking about porn stars, drugs, and money. That is not what you should be doing. You are a brand. You are literally a brand. And it's one of those things, especially in the sport of basketball, they will tolerate the nonsense as long as possible. But when you're not producing, they can't tolerate it no more. Because my whole thing is, I cannot give you a $100 million contract and you're literally outside with the hose of neon every single night. Every night. Why do you know him? Why do you know
that's crazy.
Honestly, that's kind of one of the.
And out of all the streamers you link that one. Cousin, that's available, bro.
Like, bro, you couldn't go. You can't kick it with Duke Dennis. You can't kick it with Duke for a little bit, bro.
Someone your age too.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I feel like, especially when it came to the